With the completion of the Deep Stone Crypt raid, Bungie has unlocked for us some new content to check out here in Destiny 2. One of those pieces of new content actually includes the Cloudstrike sniper rifle, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to get your hands on it. It's one of the easiest exotics that I pursued in a while, as there's not really that many quest steps at all, but do keep in mind first and foremost that for the last step you will need a team of 3, so do keep that in mind when acquiring this weapon. For those guys that are unfamiliar, the Cloudstrike is a rapid-fire frame sniper rifle that comes with the intrinsic trait Moral Polarity. This causes precision final blows to basically have a huge area of effect lightning bolt, so think of it like the Thunderlord equivalent of a sniper rifle. Now, after testing out this weapon, the area of effect that it does have is pretty big and does some pretty good damage as well. So it's pretty good for basically killing as many targets as you can in one general area. Now, this weapon also comes with a perk called Stormbringer, which is pretty good for single target, and it's going to summon a lightning storm at the point of impact when rapidly firing on a precision point. So I ended up getting a team together and we went to Morgath and the Last Wish raid to try it out, and honestly the results were pretty good for a rapid fire frame sniper. We ended up killing him no problem, although I didn't really care too much for the visual effect. I kind of imagined a bit of a storm cloud above and kind of shooting lightning down, but it was really just little lightning bolts over and over again above his head. But it is what it is. The damage was pretty good and I'm pretty much pleased with it. So how do you get your hands on this weapon to begin with? Well, first things first, you're going to head on over to Europa and speak with the Exo Stranger and get the A Hard Rain Falls quest, which will require you to do public events which are heroic and patrols inside of an eclipse zone on Europa. Now, to tell what an eclipse zone is or where it's at, just look on your map and you'll find it no problem. Each patrol is going to count for 10% of your quest total, and each heroic public event will count 40%. So what I say is just do 2 heroic public events, make sure that you're doing some patrols in between those events, and you'll get this step no problem. Now after that, head on over to Varix and collect the newly unlocked Sabotage quest thanks to doing this Exo Stranger quest. What you're looking to do here is the Tier 1 European Explorer quest, followed by the Tier 2 European Explorer quest. You may have to run some Sabotage quests before these two if they're not already unlocked, so if you're short on Here Always pieces, remember that farming out lost sectors on Europa and getting the chest at the end is a pretty easy way to get a handful of them to get these done. Now for me, the Europa Explorer Tier 1 was basically get kills with kinetic, energy, and power on Europa, so I just went around using those weapons and patrol and got it all done pretty easily. Now the European Explorer Tier 2 required me to kill challenging combatants inside of Empire hunts. So pick up an Empire hunt, do the pre-quest to actually unlock the hunt itself, and then hop in. Any kills that you get that have a yellow or orange bar for the enemy will contribute to your progress here, and you're gonna need 30 of them. So for me, I did the Warrior Empire hunt and made it all the way to the boss, and I still had a handful of combatants missing. So what I did is I just fought the boss normally, killed all of the ads leading up until the end, and just killed myself and kept on doing it over and over until I ended up finishing it. You don't want to finish your Empire hunt and then have to do another pre-quest and then hop into another one and everything like that. So just keep on wiping and having these combatants spawn over and over again, and then you'll be good to go. So with that out of the way, we are now at the last step for getting our hands on the sniper rifle, and this is the step at which you are going to need a team of 3. You're going to go ahead and head on over to the Europa map, and you will find a new icon there, which is going to be highlighting an Empire hunt. For me, it was the Dark Priestess Empire hunt, and it's going to give you some extra difficulty options that will give different loot. Things like high stat roll Europa armor, enhancement prisms, cores, and yes, even the Cloudstrike sniper rifle. Now, each difficulty says that the sniper has a rare chance of dropping, but I ran these Empire hunts on Legend every single time just to play it safe, which is 1250, just in case there is a higher drop chance depending on the actual difficulty. Throughout the Dark Priestess specifically, you will encounter Arc and Void shields, so make sure you have something to pop those, and when running this particular Empire hunt, you'll also find Barrier and Overload champions, so make sure that your team is kitted appropriately. For me personally, it took about an hour and a half of running these back to back to back before I got my drop, and 2 of my friends even got it before me, so you could be doing this for a while, or you could be doing this for only about 30 minutes, it just kind of depends on your RNG. Now keep on running these until you do get your drop, and then you'll be done. There's currently no catalyst for this weapon, so once you have the weapon drop, you are officially done and you're good to go. Cloudstrike is a pretty dope sniper rifle overall, and I hope that this guide helped you get your hands on one yourself. Apologies for this guide coming out a bit later than I would have liked, as I did participate in the day 1 raid race and I had to get myself some sleep after our 12.5-hour run before I got onto the YouTube grind. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you did like it, dislike if you did not. Make sure to let me know what you guys think of the sniper rifle and if you got your hands on it, and I'll see you guys next time.